开始 Okay, welcome. Today we brought all your family to the lesson, so it's going to be fun. You're not going to be alone today. We have everybody in your family. Your family members 你的家人他们都在这里，你的家庭this is going to be fun. So okay, what we're going to do is we're going to have a very fast session of relationships, like family relationships. That's what we're going to do. So we'll start with the word for let, which is rang. As you can see, rang woman. You remember last time we said woman, that's us or we in plural. So let or let is rang, and then we have woman, which then comes up over here. It's woman, that's us. Rang woman, let us. Okay, so to visit we say by fang, by fang. That's the visitor person. So if you want to call on somebody whom we have seen last time, we can say rang woman by fang and then we say the name. Rang woman by fang Thomas, let's visit Thomas. Rang woman by fang Martha, and then let's visit Martha. Rang woman dao gao, dao gao is to pray, so let us pray. Rang woman dao gao. That's nice. Okay, so how do I delete that part there? It's closing in on me. And there we go. That's the rest right there. Okay, good. Nice. Now let's move on to communicate. Is 沟通 to communicate. Okay, so when two people are communicating, they are 沟通. If you are having a communication with God in prayer, that's also another form of 沟通. If you and your friends communicate over the phone, that's also 沟通. If you don't want to communicate with people, that's also not 沟通. So everything that we do, our associations with people and our things that we do in making all those relationships, we call them 关系. You see, 关系, we use this word, we've seen it before, didn't we? Last time when we were talking about somebody when they do something that you don't like and they apologize and you say 没关系, that shows that it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have a relationship. It's not really related, so it doesn't really matter. But if it matters, then you have a relationship. You have relatives. That's 关系. Okay. 你跟他有关系吗? You and her are related? Do you have a relationship? 有关系吗? Nice. 想, that's to or towards. Okay, we are up here at the top. 想, to or towards. So here we can take 让我们, which is this part, and put it over here. We say 让我们想 towards 上帝祷告. Okay, so we can say 让我们想 this part here into this part. 上帝, we don't have 上帝, but we remember the word that's word for God. 让我们向上帝祷告, and then we take this part here towards the end. So let's towards God pray. Nice. So that's what you could say if you're inviting people to pray. Now let's get to it. Let's start with aunt. Your aunt is 阿姨. 阿姨, aya, 阿姨. Nice. It's not like your aunt does martial arts. 阿姨. 结婚 to get married. 结婚 to get married. Okay, so 你 you 结婚了吗? 结婚了吗? 结婚 get married. Le past particle, ma question mark particle. 你结婚了吗? What am I saying? Are you married? And then you can say 结婚 or you can say 没有. Okay, not yet. That's nice. Okay, your wife, if you're married, that's Tai Tai. That's your wife, Tai Tai, or Mrs. Okay, so I can refer to your wife as let's say your name is Bob Tai Tai, or Jones Tai Tai. That means Job or Bob's wife or John's wife. So Tai Tai. There's another way you can say this as well. You will see it in the future, but for now we'll go with Tai Tai. And if you're a wife and then you're married, your husband is 丈夫. 丈夫, that's your husband. Nice. You can call him 老公 if you like as well. It also works. But for now we have 丈夫. Now let's come here with Miss. Miss is refers to a woman who's either married or not married. This one doesn't really tell. So Miss 女士 nice 女士 nice. So you remember this is a particle for a woman. Good. Relationship 亲子 Okay, cool. So 亲子 is more formal when it comes to relationships than 关系 as you saw earlier. So 亲子 it's all like all are actually on the first tone. So 亲子 that's the relationship part. So all the relationship that you have with people, 亲子 nice. If you and your other significant other divorce, that's 离婚 li to leave, and then hun the marriage, to leave the marriage. So the opposite of 结婚, you see, if we were to come and pick up here, let's take this one. You say 结婚, this square right here, okay, and then the opposite is right here, 结婚, that's the opposite. Interesting, right? Somehow okay, let's pick it up from here again. Nice. Okay, so this is what I was referring to. 结婚 and 离婚, these are opposites. Alright, nice. So Erzi, that's your sign. We've spoken about that one earlier. Not that one, rather the one on this side. Erzi on the paper one right here. And then妻子, that's your wife. Alright, 太太 or 妻子, or you can say 我的太太, my wife, or the 妻子, my wife as well, works just fine. And now coming up to the top right here, 先生, that's Mr. Alright, so if you want to say Mr. Tom, you can say Tom 先生. If you want to say Mr. Bob, you can say Bob 先生. Nice, so that's Mr. right? And marriage is 婚姻. Alright, so you see there is a 婚 in every part of marriage. Start from here, 结婚, and then 离婚 for divorce, and 婚姻 for marriage. Nice. If you get married, your significant other, your spouse, is your 配偶. Okay, so that's an affinity kind of refers to your wife or your husband. 配偶. Alright, your whole family though is 家庭. So if you want to ask somebody how is your family, 你的 your 家庭 family 怎么样? How is your family? You remember 怎么样, right? Nice, so cool. Let's move into grandfather. 爷爷. Grandfather, 爷爷. Nice. So the Chinese have a way of referring to grandfathers from the mother's side and from the father's side. So you hear 爷爷 on the other side, 奶奶 for the grandmother, and then on the other side you hear 外公 for grandfather on the other side, and 外婆 for grandmother on the other side. So 奶奶 and then and also 外婆 for grandmother on the other side. So this is a very funny way of referring it, because in English, if you say grandfather, we know you're talking about grandfather. If it's grandmother, if you say grandma, it's grandma on both sides, right? But in Chinese, somehow, which is very strange, 爷爷 and 外公 are actually both grandfathers, but from different sides. And why, the word why just there, and the character why that's used there, actually means outside, or in addition, or foreign, or external. So you can actually pick from there, or it kind of gives a tone of where this father, grandfather, or grandmother is coming from. And I don't really like it personally, but that's how they put it, right? So you have 爷爷, that's obviously on the father's side, your father's father or paternal grandfather, that's 爷爷, and then you have 奶奶, nai rather, which is your grandma. It's like paternal grandma, right? Your father's mother, right? And then you have wai gong, and as you said, that Y is foreign, so that's your mother's side. I think they're like the idea of your mom comes into the father's family, sort of. I think that's the way the foreign kind of comes from. So Y gong, that's your maternal grandfather, or your mother's father. And finally you have Y po, which is your mother's mother, or your maternal grandmother. So that's the funny thing about the Chinese item, how they refer to the grandmothers and stuff. Alright, nice. So now let's move on. We're back to the red square, which is right at the top there. Sheng Zhen Sue Sheng. That's Sue Sheng is a student. Okay, Sue Sheng is a student, whether in class of Chinese, in class of at a university, or whatever you'll be learning something. Sue Sheng is just a student. Bible student. Bible is Sheng Zhen, so you combine together Bible and student. Sheng Zhen Sue Sheng. Nothing fancy there. Alright, now let's talk to you about your father. Your father is Papa. Papa. You also hear others like Huqin and others, but Papa is easier. And family members, Jiaren. Okay, so we have Jiating for family, Jiaren for family members. So the Ren part there is talking about people. You know, the Ren is the character for people rather. I'm gonna circle out for you with maybe blue pink so that you can differentiate from the yellow. This part right here, Ren, that's the part for people. Jia on its own means family. Okay, so you see here when we are down here on the yellow square over here, we say Jia Ting. Now we're saying Jia Ren. You see, so Jia is family, but when we add persons and family, we're talking about family members. Jia Ren. Now, nice. And while we're still here, let's go back and talk about your mom. Mama. That's mother right there. Mama. So we now saw father, Baba, mother, Mama. Nice. Good. Wow. Now we're here where we are already like. If you met your husband and your husband is handsome, the word for handsome is Shai. Your husband is handsome. And if your wife is pretty, 漂亮. Nice. 漂亮. And even it sounds very melodic too. Very nice. Just a quick review here. Jiehun, we say this one again. Okay, to get married, right? And you remember the word for erzi, which is right here at this side. Let me take a red one. Just watch for the red one and follow the mouse. Red one right over here. Erzi. The first part there, and then we're taking the one for Nielsen, which is a lady or daughter character, which is right here at the top. Nielsen. So now we have combined them, the two of them. When we come into the red square, and now follow the white pen. Right here in the middle of the box right here, we say Onu. That's son and daughter, or in other words, we're saying about children. Okay, so while we're still here, we can also use 孩子, which is right here. 孩子 also refers to children. 你有孩子, do you have kids? 你有儿女, that's also the same thing there. We're talking about children. Okay, and now while we're here, let's talk about 孙子. You see, we're taking this part here at the end where we say 孙子, grandson, and here 孙女, where we're taking that means a granddaughter. Okay, so granddaughter, 孙女, 孙子. We say 儿子 for son, and 儿女 or 女儿 come up here. 女儿, that's daughter. So the part here for the woman, 女儿, this is the part we're using here at the end. 女. So we say 孙女 for granddaughter, 孙子 for grandson. So if you have a grandson, 孙子. If you have a granddaughter, 孙女. But if you have a daughter, 女儿. If you have a son, 儿子. If you have both son and daughters, 儿女 or 孩子. Good. So we've covered all of them together. Right. So we're left with 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, good. We'll start with this one at the top, the white circle here. 小姐, let's take a pen that you can see. We'll take a black one this time. 小姐 right at the top here. 小姐, that's Miss. Okay, so this Miss is definitely a young girl. Miss 小 means small and 姐 means sister. So 小姐, we're talking about Miss. Awesome. And all of these family members that we've spoken about, the one thing that glues them together is definitely love. So if you love them, you care about them, that's the last word that we have right here at the corner. 关心 to care about. Okay, and we can say God cares about us. 上帝关心我们，上帝关心我们。Good. And we can say husband care about their wife. Yeah, the wife of husband. 丈夫关心妻子。Nice. And you can also say the same about grandfather. Grandfather here we can say 外公 or 爷爷，爷爷关心孙子，爷爷关心孙女。You can do the same with other. You can practice the same as well. 妈妈关心孩子。Nice, wonderful. Okay, and now let's just put it up together. If you want to call somebody up, maybe you're in a sitting arrangement in a meeting. The one sitting in the back, 在后面. 在 is not a new word, you know it. It's for preposition like to, in, at. 后 that's after. 面 that's more like a part, like that side. So 后面 and the back side, 在后面 those in the back. 在前面 those in the front. So these are the two last words that I thought we'll share with you. So if you are holding a meeting and you hear your name, maybe they don't know your name, you are raising your hand, and they want to call you out, and they can't really pronounce your name, you just listen to Tai Ho Mian, and you're sitting in the back, you know, they probably talk about me. So you can go ahead and give your comment. Or if you're sitting in the front, you hear Tai Che Mian, you just know you. Che Mian, if you're sitting in the front, yeah, that's you. So you stand up and share a comment. Maybe you don't really have to stand up, but you just have to unmute your mic or something like that. Alright, wonderful. So we're talking about a lot today. Rangomen, that's a very useful phrase there if you want to do something to other people. Rangomen su, let's go. Rangomen daogao, let's pray. Rangomen chu, let's eat. Rangomen tiao wu, let's dance. Rangomen chango, let's sing. So watch those rangomens, and you know a verb comes after that will include you into doing some sort of action. So that's the lesson for the day, and remember you can do down some more of what do you call those? Okay, forums here. I was going to say formula, but forums across the social media platforms, Telegram, WhatsApp, and Instagram. And if you want to have a one-on-one lesson, that also wonderful, we will do that for you. We'll leave some of the links on the comment sections and or on the resources sections, whichever works, depending on which platform you're watching this on. Some platforms, if you're watching this on YouTube, allow you to have to get notified whenever there's a new video, and also allow you or give you the privilege to subscribe. So if you want to take advantage of those platforms, ways of staying in touch, please go ahead and do that. Those ways are not really compulsory, but they are also helpful to make the community grow. The more subscribers you get, the more your channel grows. So if you are into that, please go ahead and do that, support us. And if you want to support us in other ways, if you want to book a lesson, a one-on-one lesson, if you want to join the group on WhatsApp and package other people, that's all wonderful. So let's link up after the video. Check out the links below, and remember, stay safe, stay cool, stay pretty, 漂亮, stay handsome, 帅, and continue loving your spouse, 朋友. Wonderful.